Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading for you the News to You article for the week, and this week it is titled Super Nintendo World. This is something I'm kind of excited about, and maybe we'll hope to go see one day, but it's all the way over in Japan. I did find a video kind of showing a first look about what this is going to look like, so we're going to go ahead and watch that video first.
The world's first Super Nintendo World will grand open February 4th, 2021. But select guests, Universal Studios Japan will be able to preview the land beginning December 23rd. Ahead of these previews, Nintendo debuted new footage from inside different areas of the land. Let's check out some of the new details that we were able to learn, as well as information from the recently updated official app in today's news update. During the latest Nintendo Direct presentation, Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto gave us our first real look inside of Super Nintendo World, starting with the warp pipe that guests must walk through to enter the land. At the other end of the pipe, we pass through Peach's castle, featuring familiar music from Mario 64 and changing portraits on the wall. This presentation focused heavily on the interactive aspects of Super Nintendo World, something that was only previously hinted at. And as we learned, there will be a lot more to do than just punching question blocks. We now know that there is a QR code on the back of the power-up bands, the wristbands that guests will be able to purchase to experience the interactive activities. Scanning the QR code is how they will be paired to the official app, which helps you keep track of your score. Speaking of the app, the official Universal Studios Japan app added the Super Nintendo World's interactive map functions shortly after the presentation. Now you can download the app and access the map yourself. It includes a brief story for the area about how Bowser Jr. has stolen a golden mushroom and how you will need to complete activities around the land and then face off against Bowser Jr. to retrieve it. You can track your rankings on the app, as well as the top scores for the day, all time, and even the highest scores on the Mario Kart ride. Miyamoto pointed out some of the activities when touring the area. He demonstrated an activity where you must tap the power-up band to a POW block at just the right time to earn a key. Once you've earned 3 keys, you'll be able to face off against Bowser Jr. We also saw an underground zone, where an optical illusion makes it look like you're getting smaller as you walk deeper into the area. It looks like touch points will be located randomly around the land for activating hidden effects and earning additional coins. We got our best look yet at the 1UP Factory gift shop, including some of the new merchandise that will be exclusively sold only at Super Nintendo World. One item that was highlighted is a Mario toy that walks without the use of batteries. A star-shaped popcorn bucket filled with flavors like caramel peach or mushroom was also highlighted. But that won't be the only mushroom-related food that you'll be able to find in the land. The land's quick service location includes some unique window displays that show toads in the kitchen preparing your food. We also got our first look at the dining area inside of the cafe, and a sneak peek at some of the dishes that will be available. Perfect for the Mushroom Kingdom, there are plenty of items focused on mushrooms, including the Mario Burger and Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl. On your way out of the restaurant, it looks like some touch points can be found, which can earn you some extra coins if you're using the power-up band. We got our first look at the land's walk-around characters in this presentation as well. These characters include facial movements like eye blinks and moving mouths. It also seems like they can say several pre-recorded phrases. In addition to the Mario and Luigi characters that we saw in the video, the official app says you'll also be able to meet Toad in the middle of the land and Princess Peach in a gazebo near her castle. The Mario Kart ride was briefly mentioned in the video, which Miyamoto says took 6 years to develop. Looking closely, we can see that the wait time sign does include a listing for single rider line, something we had theorized about previously on the channel. We saw additional footage from inside the queue, but only showing the same areas that we got a preview of a few weeks back. New footage from inside the actual ride was not shown, and no additional details were given about the AR headsets, although they were mentioned. There were, however, additional details revealed about the story for the Mario Kart ride. This special course was designed by Bowser himself, and we will be racing as part of Mario's team. This gives us some insight into the plot for the ride, and possibly how the interactivity will work. Rather than throwing shells and using power-ups against the other car, we may be focusing most of our attention towards characters and bad guys that have been sent by Bowser to help him win the race. There was no mention of the Yoshi family ride, but Miyamoto did say that they were only showing some of the land. He also said that Super Nintendo World lands are still planned for Hollywood, California, and Orlando, Florida in the United States, and Singapore in Asia, although dates or timetables for these locations were not mentioned. While previews for the land begin this coming Wednesday, December 23rd, Universal says on their website that guests are not allowed to share photos or videos from their visit online. Previews will be extremely limited, and even once Super Nintendo World officially opens in February, all guests visiting Universal Studios Japan will also be required to get a timed reservation to actually get into the land due to social distancing. Stay tuned to the channel for continuing coverage of Super Nintendo World, and be sure to check out our previous videos, including a rumored breakdown for the Mario Kart ride.
That was just a little preview about what Super Nintendo World is going to look like. So we'll go ahead and start reading the News to You article. So a new area will open in an amusement park. The amusement park is named Universal Studios Japan. Universal Studios Japan is in Osaka, Japan. The new area is named Super Nintendo World. Super Nintendo World will open soon. Super Nintendo World is named after Nintendo. Nintendo is a video game company. Nintendo created the Mario video games. Mario video games are very popular, and I'm sure that most of you have at least seen Mario and Luigi and Peach and Yoshi and all these other characters, if not played some of the games, because they're very, very popular. Super Nintendo World celebrates the Mario video games. The area looks like the Mario video games. Visitors may see Mario video game characters. These characters include Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Princess Peach, and Bowser. Super Nintendo World includes rides. One ride is like the Mario Kart video game. This ride is named Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. Visitors will sit in go-karts. They will feel like they are in a video game. One ride is about Yoshi. This ride is named Yoshi's Adventure. Yoshi is a popular Mario video game character. Yoshi looks like a green dinosaur. The cars on the ride look like Yoshi. Super Nintendo World has restaurants and gift shops too. Visitors can buy food and gifts. Visitors can buy special wristbands. Visitors can wear the wristbands in Super Nintendo World. They can use the wristbands to play games, like we saw in the video. Super Nintendo World will open soon. This area is in Universal Studios Japan. This area will be the first Super Nintendo World. Super Nintendo Worlds may open in the US too. Would you like to visit Super Nintendo World? So in that video, they talked about how there's plans for one to open in Florida and California, as well as a place called Singapore, which is not in the US. But I definitely would want to go to Super Nintendo World. I grew up playing a lot of these games, and it looks really cool. So here is a page about Nintendo. So Nintendo is a video game company. Nintendo makes the popular Mario video games. Nintendo was started in 1889. It started as a card game company. Nintendo headquarters is in Japan. Here is a page about Osaka, Japan. So this is our where page. Remember, where is a place in the world. Super Nintendo World is in Osaka, Japan. Osaka is in central Japan. It is on an island. Osaka has many restaurants. Osaka is famous for its food. So now here we are on the joke page. So this is knock knock. Who's there? Visit. Visit who? Visit time to play video games? So instead of is it time to play video games, this is visit time because you might want to visit Super Nintendo World. I have a joke. Tell me, how does Yoshi feel when he is hurt? I don't know how. Dinosaur. Because Yoshi is a dinosaur. He's dinosaur. All right, so here is our page about circling items or words that we read today in this News to You article. So our first word here says wristband. Did we read about a wristband today? We did read about a wristband. Remember, you can purchase those wristbands, which have a QR code on the back of them that interact with your phone. They also interact with a lot of things in Super Nintendo World, so you can play games while you're there if you have the wristband. What about video game? Did we read about that today? We did read about video games, so we can circle that one. What about the word ice sculpture? Did we read about that? No, we didn't read about an ice sculpture. What about the word open? We did read about the word open because Super Nintendo World is opening. What about visitors? We did read about visitors because visitors are able now to go to Super Nintendo World in Japan. What about gift shop? Did we read about that today? We did read about gift shops because there's many of them at Super Nintendo World. What about the word area? We did read about area because this is a new area that's opening up at Universal Studios in Japan. So it's not its own theme park, it's part of Universal Studios. What about classical music? No, we didn't read about classical music. What about ballerina? No, we didn't read about a ballerina. What about the word character? We did read about some characters like Mario and Luigi and Yoshi, Peach. What about the word amusement park? Yep, we did hear about amusement parks because Super Nintendo World is a part of Universal Studios, which are both amusement parks. What about the word rides? Did we hear about that today? Yep, we did hear about rides like the Mario Kart ride or the Yoshi ride. What about the word restaurant? We did hear about the different restaurants, like the one with Toad. What about the word harbor? No, we didn't hear about a harbor. What about go-kart? We did read about go-karts because there's that Mario Kart ride where you get to sit in a go-kart and kind of feel like you're in the race. Lastly, did we read about the word popular? We did because we heard about how Mario is a very popular video game series. Nice job. So we're going to move on to our review page. So our first question says, what is the paper about? Is it about Women's History Month, Super Nintendo World, or Gitanjali Rao's new book? Circle the answer you think is correct. It is about Super Nintendo World, the option in the middle. All right, number 2. So who, remember when we talk about who, that's a person. Who may see Mario video game characters? Aliens, visitors, or fairies? Visitors. Middle option again. All right, this one says where, number 3 says where is Universal Studios Japan? So we're talking about a place. Is it in Moscow, Russia, Cairo, Egypt, or Osaka, Japan? It is in Osaka, Japan. Number 4, what kind of company is Nintendo? Is it a video game company, a furniture company, or a shoe company? Circle the answer you think is correct. It is a video game company. Option 1. All right, number 5. What is Yoshi's Adventure? Is it a book, a restaurant, or a ride? It is a ride. Last one, number 6. Who, remember that is a person, who would visitors not see at Super Nintendo World? Or not see? Is that Mario, Little Red Riding Hood, or Princess Peach? Princess Peach. Or, oops, I meant to circle Little Red Riding Hood. Option 2. So Mario and Princess Peach are both Mario characters. Let's move on to the last page, the crossword page. So remember, our crosswords are written how we usually write, horizontally, and words that go down are written vertically. So those are a little different. We're going to start with the crosswords, and the first one is number 2. Number 2 is right here, and that word says wristbands. Remember, people can use the wristbands to access games throughout the park, and they have a QR code on them. So wristbands is spelled W R I S T B A N D S. Wristbands. You can cross off number 2. Now we're going to be looking at number 5 across. We're still going across, which is right here. And that word says open. So Super Nintendo World is opening in Universal Studios in Japan. Open is spelled O P E N. Open. So we can cross that off. Now we're going to look at number 6. Still going across, which is right here, number 6. It says rides. So there's going to be a lot of different rides that you could go on if you went there, like the Mario Kart ride or the Yoshi ride. And that is spelled R I D E S. Rides. Let's cross it off. Now we're going to look at number 7 right here. 7 is right here. Still going across. That word says character. So there's lots of different characters you could see if you went to Super Nintendo World, like Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Bowser, all of those characters. So we can start off by writing a C H A R A C T E R. Character. Let's cross it off. So our last crossword says amusement park right here, number 9. Here's number 9. So Super Nintendo Worlds is a part of a bigger amusement park called Universal Studios Japan. So an amusement park usually means that there's rides of some sort there. So we're going to spell that, and it's a very long word. A M U S E M E N T. They've kind of reminded us that this is actually 2 words, so we're going to leave a space where this period is and write the word park. P A R K. Park. That all together says amusement park. Let's cross that one off, and then we'll move over to our downwards. So number 1, and number 1 is right here. It says video game, 2 words again. So Super Nintendo World is based off a video game, Mario, and Nintendo is a video game company. Video game is spelled V. We already wrote an I. D E O we've already written. So that says video. They reminded us again to put a space between our words at this period. And now we're going to write the word game. G A we've already written. M E we've already written. So all together that says video game. Let's cross that one off. Now we have number 3 down. We're still going down. which is right here. And that word says visitors. So they are now opening up to have visitors come to this amusement park. V I S we've already written. I T O R S. That spells visitors. Number 4 down says popular. P O P U L A, we've already written, and R. That spells popular. All right, number 8 down says area. That's A, we've already written, R, E, and A. Let's cross that off. So I hope you liked learning a little bit about Nintendo World Japan. Now you can get out your corresponding packets that go with this, and you'll need something to write with, something to color with, something to cut the stuff out, and something to glue with. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.